Hey guys, so today I am going to go ahead and compare the Galaxy S2 Plus versus the Galaxy S3 Mini. Both these two devices are pretty new to the market. The S3 Mini is kind of like a Galaxy S3 but in a more compact format. So I think Samsung made it to suit the market of the people that do enjoy the Galaxy S3, the operating system and all that, but they wanted it in a smaller form factor like an iPhone's 4-inch display. So the Galaxy S3 Mini here is 4-inch. And then we do have a successor to the original Galaxy S2 phone that came out 2011, and the new Galaxy S2 Plus here that is very similar to the original Galaxy S2, but it comes with a different chipset and a different GPU. The chipset being used in the Galaxy S2 Plus is the Broadcom BC28155 with a GPU of Video Core IV. So instead of the Exynos chipset from Samsung, it's the Broadcom one, and instead of Samsung's or the Mali 400 that they are using in a lot of their Galaxy devices, it's using the Video Core IV one, which from my experience when I've been trying it out, it's not as good as the Mali 400 MP, but we'll continue review it and compare it. I've been doing some gameplays on the Galaxy S2 Plus, and it doesn't play games like the Rockstar games as very good, like GTA Vice City and GTA 3, but it plays Gameloft games a little better actually. It had actually good performance on Asphalt 7. So I will continue trying out different games, more Gameloft games on the Galaxy S2 Plus. Now, speaking about the S3 Mini, the first thing you need to know here is that these two devices have a different price range. In my country, Sweden, the Galaxy S3 Mini, you can pick it up for $356, when you can pick up the Galaxy S2 Plus for $465. So around $100 more expensive, the Galaxy S2 Plus in my country. So let's go ahead and take a look at what is different between both these two devices. So the first thing we have right there in the top, $100 difference there. You will have to pay more to get the access to the Galaxy S2 Plus, at least in my country. So if you start off with the screen technology, both are using a Super AMOLED screen, but on the Galaxy S2 Plus, it is a Super AMOLED Plus display, used as on the original Galaxy S2, while it's only a Super AMOLED screen here on the Galaxy S3 Mini. Now, my personal experience, I can't see a difference. I really can't see a difference, but people are saying the Super AMOLED Plus is better than Super AMOLED, so it should be a little better, okay? If you go ahead and continue, the resolution is same on both, 480x800, so you get a pretty good pixel density of 217 here on the S2 Plus, 233 here on the S3 Mini, and you get a higher there on the S3 Mini because they are in a different size. As you can see over here, the S3 Mini is has as big screen as the iPhone 5, 4-inch. When the Galaxy S2 Plus is having this 4.3-inch, little bigger display here, 3-inch bigger than the S3 Mini, and you will see definitely a difference. And for you guys that did prefer the S2, then you're gonna enjoy this screen as well. So if we continue on, when I looked at the specs, both of course has a removable battery and a removable back, and as you can see I have both the blue variants here of the S3 Mini here and also on the Galaxy S2 Plus. That was also the thing that have come there with the S2 Plus. I looked at the specs and I did see that of course both have SD cards that you can put in on the back, but I did see that the GSM Arena will listen that you can put in a 64GB SD card inside of the Galaxy S2 Plus, but only a 32GB one in the S3 Mini. Now I'm not sure if that's wrong or if you really can insert a 64GB SD card in the S3 Mini. It could be that, but you have that SD card availability. In terms of internal storage though, this is a difference that I see that's kind of bad with the S2 Plus. That is that it only seems to come in 8GB variant. So it's not going to be the best phone for playing a lot of games, or if you want to have a lot of high-end games on the device. While the S3 Mini here seems to come in two different variants, an 8GB and 16GB variant. And also the S3 Mini here seems to be having Bluetooth 4.0, which seems to be good for, you know, some new Bluetooth accessories, while the S2 Plus here has Bluetooth 3.0. This is also a very big thing here that's actually better with the S2 Plus. That is that the camera is an 8 megapixel one and a 2 megapixel front-facing camera, and it seems like quality-wise it's the same as the original Galaxy S2 Plus phone. So you get this 8 megapixel camera here, and you know, you get the TouchWiz settings here. You're kind of limited to, there we go, take some quick pictures here. You can see it's not as quick as burst mode as on new phones, but still has an 8 megapixel camera over here, and also a 2 megapixel front-facing camera. That seems to be the same as in the original Galaxy S2. Speaking about the camera on the S3 Mini, it is actually $100 less, this phone, the S3 Mini, so it's not actually a camera phone. You only get a 5 megapixel camera over here, which is the, you know, it's okay for normal, maybe quick smartphone pictures like this. But then, you know, it doesn't even compare against 8 megapixel sensor that you get inside of the Galaxy S2 Plus. And then also the front-facing camera is only a VGA one. If we go ahead now and continue, we're going down to the chipset area. You get a Broadcom, as I said earlier, Broadcom BC28155 chipset inside of the S2 Plus. While you get in the Galaxy S3 Mini, you also don't get Samsung's Exynos that they have on their flagship devices, but you get the Novator U8420. Now, which one of these performs better? That's something that is kind of interesting to discuss here. In terms of performance, you can see that both are very snappy, and you won't really be able to see a difference here when you are inside of the menus. And if you go ahead and look at Android version that also that I'm rocking right now, I just updated my S3 Mini. It had a smaller update. You can see that both when you buy them, you get Android 4.1 Jelly Bean, so you get the latest version of Android. That of course, or one of the latest versions of Android, at least Jelly Bean, which is making menus and everything extremely smooth, and you won't really see a difference. You actually get a processor clocked at 1.2 gigahertz inside of the S2 Plus, and I'm pretty sure it's Cortex A9. I do know that on the S3 Mini it's dual core 1 gigahertz, and it is Cortex A9. The big difference though you might see is, especially in gaming, you get the Video Core IV Broadcom GPU inside of the S2 Plus, and it hasn't performed very good for me, especially not in Rockstar games, GTA 3, GTA Vice City. It's really been horrible performance compared to original Galaxy S2. I've tried out one game and try out more in the future, but Asphalt 7 was running very good here on the S2 Plus, but I'll continue to test those things out. And also, this is kind of interesting. The S3 Mini, it is cheaper, yes, $100, but you get a Mali 400 GPU inside of this bad boy, so it actually plays Rockstar games better, and it actually also plays Gameloft games very good. So you get the Mali 400 one inside of the S3 Mini, not the Mali 400 that you seem to be getting in the original S2, but only Mali 400, not the Mali 400 MP multi-processor that you get inside of the S2. Speaking about the battery, you get 1500 milliamps inside of the S3 Mini, 1650 milliamps in the S2 Plus. Now, just because the screen is bigger on the S2 Plus, I'm pretty sure that the battery life will be around the same on both these two smartphones. So you might ask yourself, why would you want to pick up the S3 Mini? Why would you pick up the AMOLED, the Galaxy S2 Plus? Well, why I would prefer to pick up the Galaxy S2 Plus here is because it has an AMOLED Plus display. This should be a little better. This SD card option that it should, you know, support 64 gigabyte. While I'm really not sure if the S3 Mini does that according to the specs. 8 megapixel camera is a big thing. The camera is a lot better, and also the battery should be a little better. And also the biggest point here for me why I would pick the S2 Plus here is because the display is actually a little bigger, and I do prefer big displays. Why would you want to pick up the S3 Mini? Well, the obvious thing is that it's a lot cheaper. The price, that it should be a 16GB variant available, Bluetooth 4.0, maybe for some accessories. Manlite 400 does actually seem to perform extremely good, and also that you get the Galaxy S3 design and the compact design over here, which is kind of interesting, I think. If we take a look here, quick, and I'm just gonna go and see if we can take a quick look here. We are gonna go ahead and fire up Antutu and do a quick benchmark test here. So you can see my old score here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and download the new version here as well. So I just updated the S3 Mini's Android version, so we'll be doing a quick Antutu benchmark, which will try out the GPU, the CPU, and all those good things. There we go. Do the normal test. Okay, so we got a score here on the S2 Plus. It's currently finishing up here on the S3 Mini. There we go. So we got a score of almost 7,000 on the S3 Mini, but on the S2 Plus we got higher, almost 8,000. And we can see here that the CPU is actually better. The Cortex A9 1 GHz actually dual core one. With the Nova Core U8420 chipset on the S3 Mini, well, it's not as good here, the CPU, even though it's dual core 1.2 GHz, but I'm not sure if it's Cortex A9 on the S2 Plus. Speaking about the GPU, it should actually be a ton better almost twice, but in Rockstar Games it wasn't actually that good. But I'm gonna go ahead and compare these devices more in terms of trying out more Gameloft games, because Gameloft produce a lot of games. So actually the GPU should actually be better, kind of surprising. But that's just because I had a horrible experience with Rockstar Games on the Galaxy S2 Plus that I was actually kind of surprised right now. RAM also should be better on the S2 Plus. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. If we take a look now in terms of the browser, you can see I have it turned up on both 100%, the screen brightness. Attention, okay. Should we go to the same website here? I wonder if we can see any difference in the screen. Because this should be an S2 Plus screen, while this is only a Super AMOLED. And as I were thinking, it doesn't really seem that you can see a difference. So I don't think that it's going to be a major thing that you want to think about. Oh, this has a Super AMOLED Plus. Oh, this is not a Super AMOLED Plus. But it seems actually like white is a little better here on the Super AMOLED Plus actually. And seems like yellow is a little bit more yellow actually on the S2 Plus screen. Not by much though. I don't think most people will care. Let's see if we can open up the Amazon Kindle. And we do have some text here. And I can see again that Super AMOLED Plus is a little better than Super AMOLED. White looks more white over here in terms of reading, and black looks a little bit more black. And screen brightness is turned up on the highest on both these two devices. But yeah, you can see a small difference here on Super AMOLED Plus versus Super AMOLED only. So it could be nice to know. And also, let's see if we can find YouTube. And let's see which one loads up my video first. And also one thing I don't like with the S3 Mini is that when I type on these buttons down here, I don't have any vibration, and I can't enable that in the settings area, even though I've had that on many other devices. I find that pretty weird. So as we can see here, the video loaded up first on the S2 Plus, even though it was an ad. Kind of the same, so there's no big difference there. So this was a quick look here at the S3 Mini and the S2 Plus. Me personally, I would go with the S2 Plus mostly because of the screen, that it's bigger, and I would play a lot of Gameloft games on this device that runs actually very good. The GPU should be better, the CPU not as good as on the Novator one. But almost, and also the camera is better here, so I would definitely go with the S2 Plus. Then we have the bad thing that it's only an 8GB variant and it costs more, and then I also do some reading, so I would go to Super AMOLED Plus because money is not a problem, and then also that I got this camera along the price of of the price of $465. So very, very attractive here. So quick little video here. Hope you have enjoyed. Peace.